The gastronomy isn't what it used to be.
They bring in Paul McCartney and his wife to sit in these two seats next to her.
I took all my clothes off and went out and signed their album completely naked.
Piss off, you bitch.
You're the light to my fucking shit donut. I'm going to get arrested one day in Liverpool,
Stop it. Hello, welcome to North and South Marching Band.
You're giggling. Start again. Why are you giggling?
I don't know.
Have you had a hubbly bubbly?
North and South Marching Band.
Hubbly bubbly.
I'm Anne Beggs.
You
and
are?
You're...
Silly sausages.
And please like and subscribe.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's what you have to do in a podcast. I've told you this before.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
Come on then.
welcome
Off we
back.
go.
Hello, wife. How's your life?
Good. Got a nice tan.
You have. You've been in Spain, haven't you?
Yeah. Been in Spain for weeks.
Why were you in? You were in Spain for 3 weeks.
I was in Spain for 3 weeks.
So it's like I do still recognise you. It's amazing.
You go on the road for months. I leave you for 3 weeks.
You're getting me back, are you?
Yeah.
Is that what it's all
Yeah.
about? Love it. Okay, so tell me about Spain. What was that all about?
So Liv and Jack, our daughter and son-in-law, have moved to Spain.
They've moved to Spain.
They've moved to Spain to a lovely place called Riviera, which is about 15 minutes outside of Marbella.
Yes.
Start a new life out there. Jack's got a new job. The kids have just started new schools. So I went over to help them settle in.
Yeah. To babysit, right?
Well, there was a lot of lying by a pool. And,
yeah, I noticed that. And also your complexion would betray
do you know what? I actually didn't sunbathe as much as you think.
You say that every time.
I just tan really easily.
You do.
I did a lot of work. I sat on their
Yes.
lovely terrace in their garden and I worked, so that's a nice kind of sunny
Admin,
office.
right? Your admin for your bridal business.
Well, it's not just admin; it's just work. It's just work and Zooms and
Were you working on your new concept album?
yeah,
Were you?
Yeah.
How's it sounding?
terrible, just like yours.
Bitch.
So a lovely time. Oh, but poor Liv did have a bit of an accident whilst I think it was the first week,
Oh, yeah.
which was not nice.
I think you need to go into all the gory details.
It was grim. If you're squeamish, fast forward next few seconds. We went down to the beach one morning. She packed a lovely breakfast picnic, like watermelon, and we had croissants, and it was just like we were going to go down early and like see the kind of like early sun and do a bit of paddleboarding. I mean, I wasn't going to paddleboard, obvs, but
You're allergic to sea, aren't you?
I am allergic to the salty sea in the
Yes.
in the Med. So the kids are on the paddleboards and it's all going really well, and then Liv decides to get on the paddleboard and spectacularly falls off.
Okay. What, are you watching her at this time?
Yeah. I think Jack actually videoed it,
Really?
the whole process.
Why
Yeah.
is it not on TokTik?
I think she did put it on her TikTok, but
Did she?
no, her Instagram, but she's private, so you can't find it.
And then what happened?
And ripped her entire thumbnail out.
Ripped her entire thumbnail
entire-
out.
Thumbnail.
So
And then kind of paddled back on her board with blood streaming down her arm, got out the sea, and I honestly thought she was going to faint. She just went grey. And I'm looking at her thumb going, oh, and it was grim. It was
so out from the nail
traumatic.
bed.
Out from the nail, like whole fucking
Just
thing.
falling off a paddleboard.
Yeah. We don't know whether she hit it on the way down. We don't know. But yeah, so
I don't understand how that happens. It's like a freak of nature.
it
Was
was
there a
freak
shark in the water?
accident. I think it would have taken more than her thumbnail.
Well, maybe it was just peckish.
So we ended up at a very swanky
Yeah.
private hospital in Marbella.
A swanky hospital.
It was so nice.
Was it?
Like it literally.
But they're private, aren't they? Because of this business.
Yeah.
All right. Okay,
So
there you go.
it's like right on the seafront.
Right.
It was absolutely gorgeous. Waited less than 10 minutes to be seen. And then...
Should we go and live in Spain?
And then had to scrape her off the ceiling whilst they were washing her thumb out and...
No anaesthetic?
No. Like pouring this...
Iodine or something?
Yeah. and I'm literally holding on to her, and she's going like higher and higher and like leaving her seat. It was,
oh my God.
Yeah, that was not fun. And so they like dressed it, and so then obviously she can't wash her hair. She can't even move. Though she was in so much pain, she couldn't move her arm from like this position. So so it was a good job I was there, because then I was able to.
If you hadn't been
wash her hair,
if you hadn't been there, you would have been on the next plane.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So it's serendipity that you were there.
Yeah.
And with the children, they were grateful of you being there and everything.
Yeah, I think so. Just
So
so
3
I
weeks.
kind of felt like it was good. I could help, and I could burn chicken nuggets and chips for the kids in Spain.
You're good at burning
I'm
food.
really good at burning food.
Yeah.
I think the second time I made chicken nuggets and chips for them, Jack and Liv had gone out for a date night, and Orla said to me, she's like, little bit better now, not quite so burnt this time.
I love that kid.
Yeah.
Saskia.
She is a little Saskia.
Oh.
So no, it was great. It was horrible leaving them, and as you know, I came home and sobbed for 24 hours. So
Separation anxiety.
Yeah.
Well, I did say if you want to go and live in Spain.
Yeah, but you wouldn't come with me. You said, if you want to go and live in Spain, what are you saying? What are you trying to say?
Well, I know how much.
Piss off, you bitch.
Will you be going?
Leave me alone. I now want the whole. He's not content with taking over the house one room at a time. I can't even tell you. Like, as each child moves out, he commandeers their room for himself.
That's hardly true.
How many rooms? You've got 3 rooms in this house.
I've got 2 rooms.
No,
in this
you've
house.
got 3 rooms in this house.
What's the third one?
Your spare bedroom that
What,
you
when
like to migrate to in the middle of the night.
What, when I've got a deli belly and I don't want to subject
Or
you
you
to
say,
it?
"Oh, you were snoring."
Yeah, well,
I
that's
had
too. You
to
know,
go
you get to this age, and one of us
downstairs."
will fart or one of us will snore.
You speak for yourself. I'm a girl. We don't do things like that.
Well, I'm prepared to put my hand up and say the gastronomy isn't what it used to be. But, I think I want to spare you. I love you, and I don't
can
think
you
it's...
stop talking about it and spare me?
This is marriage when you're in your 60s and 50s. Farty
I wish you could actually see Liv right then. Liv? Oh my
Willow.
God, Willow right now.
Drugs.
She's dying.
She's been on the hobbly bobbly.
So Nick has a studio, a music room, and a second bedroom, because,
It's the guest bedroom.
It's your bedroom.
No, it's
that
not.
You let guests
Your
stay
brother
in.
and sister-in-law came to stay last week, and they stayed in it, and they were very comfortable too.
Yeah. And you hate it when anybody stays there. You're like, oh, I'm going to have to sleep with you all night.
I'm not used to sleeping with anyone. That's good news, isn't it?
25 years. Okay. Lunatic.
Apart from when I go on the road, I sleep with all those butch boys. What a lucky girl am I. Can't wait to go away. Word to the wise. You know that petition gauntlet you threw down last podcast, getting a petition signed to stop me doing the accent.
Remember. Oh, yeah.
You lost.
I know.
Everyone wants me to do it more like,
I hate you all.
So
I hate
will.
you all.
I will.
Yeah,
do you want to tell the ice cream van man story, because it was something that you were going to bring up last time?
I did touch on it, and I couldn't remember if I'd already told it. So, but you've assured us that we haven't told this story.
Apparently, we haven't done it. So you might want to embarrass me and make me look like a bad person.
Well, you're normally pretty good. You're normally pretty good if you get approached in public.
It depends what mood I'm in.
Yeah, it kind of does, and it depends where you are. But I come at it because I'm a massive fan of people. So, and I had a bad experience meeting somebody that I idolised.
Should we say who it was? Should we say Molly Ringwald? Ooh, did I say that?
Grew up.
We can bleep that out. I don't think we should keep that in.
I don't mind. I'll name and shame her.
I knew a band.
You did.
Yeah.
And we went to see... I was a massive fan of Molly Ringwald in the 80s. I loved Breakfast Club. I loved Pretty in Pink. She was my girl crush. I loved
You have a lot of
her.
girl crushes.
I do.
It's one of the things I love about you. I think that's why we got married.
But I loved her. I just wanted to be her. She was amazing. And as a 15, 16-year-old, you're like, oh my God, she's amazing. Anyway, I can't even remember when it was. 8, 9 years ago, maybe.
I think it was about 10 years ago.
Maybe. She sings. So she was doing
Got a good voice.
the Pizza Express jazz thing. Where was it?
Kings Road.
And I saw that she was doing this and I was like, oh my God, because it's obviously such a small, intimate space. So I booked tickets and we went and had a great evening. And then afterwards, again, it's like such a small space. And she was kind of like obviously milling around afterwards. And I asked her for a photograph and she was just like, no, I don't do photographs. And I was just like, oh, okay. And I honestly felt my heart break. She was so dismissive.
And the bouncer was saying, no, we can't stop. And there was hardly anyone there.
There was nobody
It wasn't
there.
sold out.
And I just thought, what a fucking dick. I just think, do you know
North
what?
and South.
Sorry, I am a sweary pants. And I just thought it, obviously you don't know what's going on in somebody's day. And I get that, but it's not like I'd approached her in the street. Poor Harry Styles gets like chased down wherever he goes by fans,
I used to get chased down.
I know,
remember
darling.
those days when I was an international pop star.
It was in a situation where she was performing and you would expect a fan to ask you for a photograph.
You were very nice.
And
Excuse me, I'm a big fan. Would you mind? No, sorry, I can't do that.
And it just made me kind of go, oh. And I've always been very conscious of you behaving in such a way that, that one interaction ruined a lifetime of me being a fan. And so, and for the most part, I would say you've got a 99.9% track record of being great.
Well, you haven't seen the other percentages. You didn't see the one that happened in Canada about 10 years ago.
Oh,
when two men asked me to... got a message from Marco Miniman telling me there were two guys at the back at the stage door wanted me to sign their albums. I took all my clothes off and went out and signed their album completely naked. I'm going to get arrested one day.
You are going to get arrested.
Great.
You're going to get cancelled. You're going to get arrested. But you know what? At least you went out and signed.
At least I what?
You went out and signed them for them.
I did. I used my own pencil.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
Well, you haven't told the ice cream van story.
So the ice cream van story is basically we were out we'd gone to the park with our granddaughter, Orla, and took her to get an ice cream, went to the ice cream van, queued up, get to the front, and the lovely ice cream man just started chatting to Nick and said a classic, which you do get a lot. Go on.
I bet you're not too shy.
And Nick just went, and kind of just, what did you say? Did you say like, oh, I haven't heard that before? And kind of walked away and was very dismissive.
He didn't hear me.
I heard you.
You heard me. It was in earshot of the nice police.
And I ripped him a new one.
Yeah. So anyway, what did I do?
So I said, that was really rude and you shouldn't have done that. And I think I think we maybe had words about it that night when we got home. And I said, you need to go and apologise. You need to go down.
No, you didn't.
I did. No, I did. I said, you need to go and apologise.
I went and apologised off my own volition because the next day I told you I'd gone and found him. And I said, my wife said I was a dickhead to you yesterday. And he said, sorry, mate, I don't know what you're talking about. I thought you were really nice. I said, no, great ice creams, mate, thank you.
But you were a dick.
I came back and I told you.
That's
and
right,
you went,
sorry,
okay.
yeah, maybe you are right.
Mind you, Willow told me off after a Beg Sisters gig. A guy came up to us when we were in Liverpool. And I was breaking down the equipment. And when I'm doing
post gig, you are mental.
Yes, but the thing is, when you are chief cook and bottle washer on a gig like that, tour manager, roadie, sound engineer, van driver, You can't think about anything. You've got all these people milling around. You're putting all the leads away. And this guy, very nice guy, came up, started talking to me. And I said, excuse me, mate, I'm sorry, I'll talk to you in a bit, mate. Maybe I was a bit more dismissive than that. But I did go and see him afterwards and had a photograph taken with him. But Willow told me off. She said,
we need to keep this diva in check.
God, it's so hard.
You're such a diva. You're not. You're lovely.
I'm not that bad.
You are lovely.
I think the most ridiculous one I ever had was I was in the swimming pool in the Holiday Inn in Birmingham. And I was doing a couple of press strokes before the show. And there were people in the pool coming up to me asking for my autograph. And I said, I haven't got a pen on me, sorry. I was actually swimming.
Do they expect?
Yeah.
But you are. I think you are good. You take all the photos and
for anyone out there that I've been rude to, I do apologise because it's sometimes you've got your period as well. If I've got my period,
if you ever encounter Nick and he's rude, just say I'm telling your wife off you. So I'm going to tell Anne.
Pincer movement.
Yeah.
So that's the ice cream van man story.
Had a bad experience meeting somebody that you were a fan of that's let you down?
Well, of course, there's the Ozzy Osbourne story, but that's just funny.
Yeah.
I wasn't offended by that because it was him, you know.
But is there anybody else that you've kind of been... Because obviously you've been in these circles, you've met a lot of famous people. You know, I suppose I've met a fair few now.
Yeah.
Nobody's really, other than Molly Ringwald...
There probably are, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. I surprise myself at how much of a fanboy I can be. And if I met Pat Metheny, I think your head would go to pieces.
Really?
Oh, Pat, will you sign my arse? I loved you forever. You're the best musician in the world. Marry me.
See, I've met a lot of famous people through you, or a lot of people that obviously, because as a teenager in the 80s, I grew up being fans of all of your peers. So, you know, I don't know, Bananarama or Spandau Ballet or, you know, Belinda Carlisle, who you've obviously worked with, or, you know, all of that sort of, obviously, the reason we met, Howard, massive fan. And it's been weird for me meeting all of these people, you know, that were in smash hits that I watched on Top of the Pops, but meeting them as your other half, your girlfriend, then your wife.
Yes.
So you can't kind of go into fan mode. You feel very much like you've got to be like, hey, and not be a fan. And that's been really difficult because I've kind of just wanted to lose my absolute mind.
Why don't you tell them about the Paul McCartney story?
Oh my God, I had to be so cool. We were invited to it was a Led Zeppelin
DVD launch.
And because of the connection with John Paul Jones and what have you, so we obviously get seated in, and it was kind of like we were sat in front of John's family, Mo and the kids, and so we're kind of obviously in that section where we know somebody.
Yeah, there's John sitting right there, bless him.
And there's sort of like the aisle is to the right of us, 2 empty seats, and then me, and then Nick, and somebody comes over with a clipboard, and she's very kind of like, you know, little earpiece in and clipboard, and looks at us and says, "Oh, can I just check your tickets? Should you be sitting here?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." Okay. Showed her my ticket, and off she goes. And 5 minutes later, comes back again. Can I just check those tickets again, please? And I was like, "Yeah." Give her the tickets, and she's looking at us like, Anyway, house lights go down, and they bring in Paul McCartney and his wife to sit in these 2 seats next to us.
Next to you, because I'm sitting the other side of you. And you turn around and you go, "Look," and I'm going, "Yes, I'm not looking. I'm not looking at Paul McCartney."
And I think I'm going to actually just melt into my seat. I'm just like, that's Paul McCartney. Oh my God. Oh my God. And so he sits down and his wife kind of looks and kind of goes, oh, hello. And I'm like, hello. And then Paul kind of goes, hello, I'm Paul. And I was like,
hello, like, have you got your new kitchen yet, like? We don't chicken in the kitchen yet.
Paul McCartney does not know about my new kitchen. And he's like, oh, nice to meet you, I'm Paul. And when you kind of go, I know who you are.
Funny thing was, you messaged Kate Robbins, his cousin, who's a good friend of yours, and she messaged him and said, my friends are sitting next to you.
I was just like, and I kind of like, this is a very northern thing. I was like, we're sitting next to your Paul.
Your Paul, like,
your Paul.
know.
We're sitting next to your Paul. I died. And that is like my favourite story ever.
That's a good story.
Sat next to Paul McCartney.
It was a very nice evening.
It was a great evening.
We do get to rub soldiers with shoulders.
Soldiers? We get to rub soldiers, do we?
Well.
You wish, darling.
Here's hoping. I went to another gig and Marilyn Manson was there.
That was
a different thing. That was a Led Zeppelin gig. That was the Led Zeppelin
gig, yeah.
And he was there, and he was in front of us getting into the elevator, and he turned around and he saw me. He looked at me like I was an alien. I thought, yeah, you look, baby. It was great. He thought, I know you from somewhere, or maybe he was thinking I might have been a tasty snack.
Maybe.
Yummy boy.
He's a weird one, though, isn't he? We're not going to talk about him.
I like him, but I know I don't like what he's done. Okay.
Yeah, let's park that one.
I've watched all the programmes. He's done some very bad stuff.
He has done some very bad stuff. We don't want to go down the road of me and my best friend. Don't talk religion, politics, or Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah. We shouldn't talk about politics, religion, or Michael Jackson.
We don't talk about politics, religion, and we don't talk about Michael Jackson.
Okay, so I think Marilyn Manson just went into that area. That list. Fair enough. Okay, next.
So we've watched a few things this week. We've done I've made Nick watch some stuff, and he's tried to make me watch some stuff. I'm not sure this is going to carry on. I don't think it's going well. I think that it's a struggle.
I can't find anything that I want you to watch. And
I'm just kind of quite receptive to the things that you want me to watch.
I'm not receptive to anything you want me to watch.
Clearly, I just watch crap TV.
Based on what you've asked me to watch, I can unanimously state to the board, I think you watch crap.
I just like a little escape. I don't need everything to be super intellectual.
I wish I was more like you.
So TV's an escapism.
That's why we're married,
it's a switch off.
You're the light to my fucking shit donut. You are.
Now there's a visual for you guys.
You are. You're the jewellery in my turd.
Oh, gross.
But you
Sorry,
are.
sniffy nose.
You are. I mean, honestly, if you weren't around, if you hadn't come along when you did, I say this all the time, you saved my life, I would have fucking hung myself.
Oh, Poppy.
Seriously.
No, you wouldn't.
You came into my life. I remember you coming to see me sometime and go, oh my God, I've got to call a doctor. And you did. And I got a call from a doctor. Would you like to come in and see me? Your wife's a bit worried about, your girlfriend's a bit worried about you. Seriously, you stopped me from throwing the noose over the balcony.
Pop it. And then I just made you watch shit TV ever since. And now you wanted to throw a noose over for a different reason.
Okay, so what did we watch then?
So, well, I haven't done very well.
So you made me watch High School Catfish.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah, I think it's quite a recent release.
Okay, so I'm going to say...
No, this isn't like a kind of me making you watch a soap. This is like a documentary.
That was one of the saving graces because I knew it wouldn't be 2.5 hours long. Spoiler alert, there's some stuff in this that will ruin it for you if you haven't seen it.
Again, yeah, if you are... We'll give you a bit of an outline. If you're remote, I'm going to say if you're remotely interested, then fast forward because we're going to talk about what happened. We are going to spoil it for you.
The apotheosis.
So it's basically about a situation in a high school in America where a girl and a young couple who were like, I don't know, 14, 15, who had seen each other, started getting targeted by a bully
online.
On their phones, on text message, and the messages and this went on for the best part of 2 years.
And the first thing that came into my mind is block, move on.
Yeah.
But apparently they were using a random number generator, so they couldn't block them.
Yeah.
They tried all sorts of things. It got really vile. The language
messages were
and
awful.
Death threats. Now, let me just preface this. As soon as it went on, I thought, how the hell am I going to get through this? And then the mother comes on. They're introducing everyone. And as soon as I saw her, I turned it off. And I cannot listen or look at that woman's face. I turned it. I swear to God, hand to God, I turned it off. I'm going downstairs to make a cup of tea because if I have to listen to that noise that's coming out of that woman's mouth for the next hour, I'm going to hang myself. And you were away.
Stop saying that. That's a trigger warning.
Is it? Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Oh God, so PC. Anyway, I went downstairs and made a cup of tea. Came back upstairs. Thought I've got to watch this, otherwise she's going to divorce me. Put it back on, and she's like, the face of her. And I'm thinking, why do I hate that woman so much? And I'm thinking, that's terrible. And I'm really giving myself a hard time over it, about my reaction to this woman on...
Because there were lots of people in the frame. There was, a lot of their friends. And the language definitely suggested that it was one of their friends.
Well, that's what they do, isn't it? In a film... They don't tell you who it is straight away.
Yeah, it was
red herrings.
It's not Columbo.
No. So there were like numbers of other girls who were like, oh, they were a bit rude to me, so maybe it was them. So they go under the microscope, but they didn't make me feel like vomiting. Anyway, spool forward to the end. It's the fucking mum.
It's the girl's mum. And the messages had been
the one I couldn't stand.
Yeah.
And the thing was,
so she was sending her own daughter, these vile messages
vile.
telling her to basically unalive herself, and
it was filthy, salacious language. And at the end, and this is the other thing that I couldn't understand, the woman took part in the making of the programme and then went to prison.
I know.
And came out, and the family got divorced, husband that was split up. And the daughter still wants to see the mother.
She's not allowed to see her, though, is she? She's not allowed to see her at the minute.
Is there a restraining order?
She's not allowed to see her, but she's at the end saying she still wants a relationship with her mum. It was the weirdest.
There was a bit of a giveaway, though, because you said to me, I said, what can I expect from this? You want me to watch this time. And you said, it gets as bad as you could possibly imagine. And then I thought, well, what's the worst it could be? It's one of the parents.
Yeah.
So in a way, I kind of had put two and two together. But when I saw her mum, something reacted in me.
It's honestly, I didn't see it coming. It was the talk of the family group chat for a couple of days. Everybody was watching it and trying not to give anything away. So then I sat down to watch it, and my jaw hit the floor. I was just...
Can you close the window, Willow? Because there's a yappy shit going off.
But interesting.
I felt like I needed to striggle my eyes, my ears, my nose, my throat, my toes, my elbows.
He's not dramatic at all.
At the end of it, I thought the question you had asked me is, did you enjoy it? Fucking no. It was horrible. It was toxic, and how people can watch that as entertainment. Beggars belief. Not least of all, you have been the victim of online trolling.
Yeah.
Willow's been the victim of online trolling.
Yeah.
And when I'm the victim of online trolling, I do this because that's what I enjoy. I like going on. That's where Feed the Troll comes from.
Yeah.
I have a field day with them. It's great.
But for me, it's the real life aspect. I just find it fascinating. Watching something like that is great because it opens up a dialogue for you to kind of talk about the use of phones and kids and phones. And I think, our kids grew up when mobile phones and kids, that was really very new.
Infancy.
If you think kind of, early 2000s, and Liv having her first phone, Lula having her first phone, they were very basic Nokia types. Texting wasn't so much of a thing. It was still in its infancy. There was certainly no smartphones, or so that has really, really grown. And I think that people haven't had the tools to deal with the technology. It's moved on at such a fast pace.
Legislation has to do the same.
And I kind of feel like I know, certainly talking to Liv for the last few weeks in Spain, and we've talked about, eventually when, because Orla's nearly 9 now, and, she's probably not far off friends of hers having phones, and she's kind of very adamant that it's going to be she's going to leave it as long as she possibly can.
They shouldn't have allowed to have until they have an adult.
Or there should be some kind of kid-friendly phone that parents can have access to via their own phone.
Like Reins.
Yeah.
Like you put your kid on Reins when you go out, there should be a digital Reins.
And also, and again, we've, Liv and I have talked about this. I saw it, and I think I might have seen it on TikTok, actually, a mum talking about how she was going to approach the mobile phone situation with their own kids, and that was to have a couple of mobile phones in the house that were basically house phones, that if she felt like her kid needed to have access to a phone, maybe they were going off to a friend's house, and that she wanted them to be able to, she wanted to be able to contact them, or this was like, well, you can take one of the home phones. It was never going to be
a family
this is
burner
your phone. Yeah, this is not your phone. This is my phone. This is the home phone. You can borrow it whilst you go to such and such's house, or whilst you go to a party, I think that is a really kind of a really interesting take on it. So I think it sort of starts that, okay, well, kids shouldn't have their own phones, and they should have limited access to the internet. What do they need them for in school?
But what we're doing here is we're opening the lid on the chemical toilet about discipline, isn't it? About what's appropriate discipline for children. Some parents don't have that.
And you are, as we know, with kids, you're parenting against other people's parenting. And, you can kind of say whatever you want to your kid, but if everyone else is doing it, then it's really tricky.
Good point. Yeah. Very good point. There was something else I wanted to say about that High School Catfish show. The way in which the media trolls people reminded me of the way in which people control individuals on social media. The media's been getting away with this for years. Unfortunately, it's only the wealthy that can afford to bring them to book over it.
Yeah.
But in a way, if you think about the horrible things that get written about people all the time, particularly in this country, it's very similar to the way in which people get catfished on social media, I think.
And it's horrible. It's like you wouldn't go up to somebody in real life and say the things that you'd write on Twitter or on, we're getting a bit serious, guys. I think we need to lighten the mood.
Yeah, I haven't said chicken once. So, are we at that time now where we get fan questions or questions?
No.
We're not.
Read your bloody piece of paper that Willow puts together for you.
Oh yes. This is good. I noticed you just sniffed then.
I have just sniffed.
That's the first time you've sniffed in what? Do you need a tissue?
I have got a tissue in my hand.
Do you need to blow your nose?
I just need to do that. Just like...
The reason why I ask, Annie's allergic to everything. Aren't you?
I mean, not everything.
Virtually everything.
I don't have food allergies other than prawns. I don't have like a nut allergy or
You're allergic to wine.
Dairy.
You're allergic to Prosecco.
Yeah. Well, I'm not allergic. I'm just intolerant.
It's the histamine in it, apparently.
It's the histamine and the sulfates.
Yeah.
Champagne I can drink, but just makes me very snotty.
Thank God.
No. Sorry, Prosecco I can drink and it makes me snotty. Champagne I can drink and it doesn't do anything, darling.
Thank
because
God.
Of course, I can drink champagne and no side effects. Wine I can't drink at all. I have a hideous reaction to wine.
What's been your most violent reaction?
Hair dye.
Hair dye and prawns.
Yeah.
If you put regular hair dye on your hair, you'd turn up like a balloon, wouldn't you?
I'd probably have anaphylaxis now because I've reacted to it so badly. And I'm kind of going back when Willow was little, so I'm going to say like 20 years ago I had my first hair dye allergy. And I've been going grey since, well, it's not even grey, it's white, since I was about 23. So, this is henna.
Well, it looks beautiful. Looks like horse's hair, darling.
You say that, and I don't take that as a compliment. I don't want to have like horse's hair.
It looks like a horse's mane. That's beautiful. Of course it is. Look how lovely.
Okay.
Do you want a piece of sugar? Do you want a lump for sugar? Come on, let's go for a ride.
Okay.
You're no fun anymore.
I am. Nick's always having a go at me because I'm always reacting to things and allergic and sniffy and snotty. And
well, I keep on saying one day you're going to be allergic to me, and I'll have to wear a environment suit,
or I'll be in a big bubble.
In a big bubble, no trouble.
Yeah, I'll just be rolling around the house in a hermetically sealed bubble.
The future opens up like an old friend.
I'm kind of. Anyway, Anne is always ill. I'm not always ill. Thank you very much.
You're usually reacting against something.
I'm not ill though.
That is a kind of illness, darling. I'm sorry.
I love the next thing that Willow's put on our little crib sheet is Nick constantly thinks she's going to die.
Okay.
Explain.
No, I think you should explain, because this is... You react, I react to you, you react to me. I don't think I have parity with this, and you have more of an overarching view on it.
Nick constantly, like, I will only have to sniffle and he's like, are you ill? What's wrong? What's the matter? Are you okay? Gets very anxious about...
Concerned.
I think he thinks that I go out of my way to hurt myself, and he takes it as an absolute personal insult.
Do you want to talk about the time you fell out of the shop window?
Oh my God, this is so bad. So Nick's just not very... I think that Nick has has had an empathy bypass. There's a switch in his brain that flips if I'm ill or if I've hurt myself. That it's like off. It's an off switch.
I think it's a circuit that's blown.
It's a circuit that's blown.
It's not a switch. The switch doesn't exist.
Okay, it doesn't exist. It really doesn't exist. And so, there's so many examples of this, but I will give you the one that he's just mentioned, which is it was back when I had my bridal boutique and I was dressing the window, and the platform of the window was super high. I mean, probably, well, not let's say super high, maybe about 4 feet.
Yes.
3 or 4 feet.
It was.
So I'm up in the window, changing the display and what have you, and it was after the shop had shut. And no one else was in the shop. It was literally just me. And I just lost my balance and I fell. When you say I fell out of the window, I didn't fall through the glass of the window. I just fell...
Into the shop.
And clearly did something to my ankle. And got up and was like, oh, that really hurts. So, of course, I phoned Nick. And I said, can you come and get me? I think I need to go to the hospital. I'm not sure if I've broken something. And you're laughing on your face.
It's nervous laughter.
Because everyone's going to think you're a freak.
Not a freak would be a nice thing to be thought of after this.
So then he comes and he picks me up and I come out the shop and I lock the door and I hobble to the car and I get in. And his face was like thunder. It was so steely. And get in the car. What have you done? I was like, I fell out the window and it really hurt. And I'm crying. And he is so angry with me. What were you thinking? What were you doing? Why did you do that? And I was like, I just fell. I didn't do it on purpose. And he's berating me for I'm making you sound so horrible. He's lovely.
Yeah, I sound it.
And he's shouting at me, and I'm like, I didn't do it on purpose. And then I kind of just went, stop the car, I'm getting out, I'm going to get somebody else to take me to the hospital. So he did. He stopped the car.
And it was raining.
And I got out.
And she went into the Tesco's car park. It was pissing down. You called your friend.
I called my friend, and I was like, can you come and pick me up and take me to the hospital? So she did. And then he came up and met me at the hospital a bit later, very sheepish, very sorry. But you take it as an insult if I hurt myself or if I'm ill.
Do we have any inclination why this might be?
Yes, we do. And it goes back to, I think, when I've tried to
amateur
unpack
psychology
this.
here.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I unpack it and I, very sadly take it back to when you lost your mum. Age 17, and you had no control over what was happening, and you had to watch her die for 2 years, and you completely couldn't do anything about it. And that, I think, has left you with PTSD. So the person you love most in the world, hopefully me, and the kids, but me, because actually you're okay with the kids if they're ill. You're different.
Do you know why?
No.
Because they don't fall out of the window. They don't do bloody stupid stuff. They don't put themselves in peril like you do.
I think they have
Like
done.
the time you ordered that plutonium from Amazon. And you didn't even wear oven gloves to open it.
So, yeah. So
I was
it
so
kind of...
angry with her. All her hair dropped out.
So... we have deduced that it goes back to that point. So you find it very difficult. And if I'm ill, like if I've got the flu or if I've been sick, or he will hold my hair, he will bring me cups of tea.
Hold your hair?
If I'm sick, he'll hold my hair.
If you're vomiting?
Yeah, you don't take my hair off.
You'll take your wig off and put it in the box.
You're very... You can be a great nurse. You'll be very functional. You'll bring me... soup on a tray and put it in the room and then just walk away. But when you're ill, I'll come in and I'll make all of your cushions really nice and I'll fluff them and I'll stroke your hair and I'll give you a kiss on the head and I'll say, "Are you okay? Can I get you anything? Are you okay?" And so I do all of the functional, bring you soup and bring you tea, but then I give you lots of love. You, a nurse like Nurse Ratchet, and bring me a tray and put it in the room and then walk away and, or text me going, "Do you need anything?" So you'll...
Am I getting better?
No.
Why are you married to me?
I love you so much.
I fucking must do.
It sounds like you're a red flag, but you're really not.
I sound like an utter cunt. Why?
You're lovely.
I don't understand.
Because when you're lovely, you're so lovely. And you're not mean. You're just, you have a bit of a screensaver that comes down that's like, okay, she's going to die. I've got a cold.
That's what I had to do when my mum died.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
I literally, for 2 years, I had to go onto screensaver. So that's why the circuit doesn't exist.
Yeah. And so, but the thing is, I've never had anything majorly wrong with me. I've not had cancer. I've not had any nasty health scares. I have a hair dye allergy.
You have a lot of allergies.
I do have a lot
You're
of
allergic
allergies.
to the dog.
Yeah.
And cats.
Yeah.
And pollen.
Yeah.
And grass.
And tree pollen and
Yes.
everything. But nothing
And
that's going to kill me other than the hair dye. But I do obviously avoid that. But any time I've even got so much as a sniffle, you think I'm going to die. It's wild. And it's kind of a bit... And I've said, if ever I was to get anything bad, I'd never tell him. I'd tell the kids. But I couldn't cope with the look in his eyes. I'd just merrily go along with my terminal illness.
I thought I was getting better.
And then die. Leave you a note. Sorry, couldn't tell you this was coming. Just wanted to enjoy the last few years, thanks. I love you.
Well, I love you more. Do you want to move on to Fan Questionius, Maximus?
Okay.
I've got a cough.
Oh my God!
Ding.
Are you okay? Are you going to die?
I'm perfectly all right.
Okay. Fan question from Phil Jones 8693. Do you have an acoustically insulated room at home, or does Anne just put up with the racket?
You're very good at putting up with the racket, but the racket's very limited.
It actually is, yeah.
Because I work on headphones most of the time. The only time there's a racket is if we're in here rehearsing a band.
Yeah.
Which we do from time to time. Then I check with you before I do that.
You do.
Do you need to blow your nose down?
I just need a little...
Come on, have a go. Go on.
Sorry.
It's
I
not...
don't need to... It's like a little bit drippy.
Blow it. Go,
No,
go on, give me a good old... Ha! Yeah, go on.
No!
Oh, you're no fun anymore.
Okay, back to the room.
Yeah, no, we don't have an acoustic space.
Would you like an acoustically insulated room?
Not before you get your new kitchen.
Right answer.
There we go.
Right
there
answer.
There we go.
Still no movement on that, guys.
We're coming back to that.
So I'm going to ask our second question. I feel like I saw loads of questions. I actually want to ask. I feel like
there are other questions. We just haven't looked at them.
I think that we need to do a whole episode just of questions. Yeah, I could do an interview with you.
Let's do that then.
Our second question is from somebody named Billow Wags.
I wonder who that is.
Who could that be?
No idea who that is.
No idea. Willow, any clues? No, she's shaking her head. Right. What are both of your pet peeves?
Ooh.
She's given you a little trigger of something that one of your pet peeves that she wants you to talk about.
Well, actually, this is kind of... I don't know whether... You said this about me. You said that I listen more than I talk, or I'm a good listener, right?
Yeah, you are a very good listener.
I'm starting to feel that I'm having... What? What?
No, carry on.
Why did you make that face?
Because I know where this is going, but go on.
Do you think it's a bad idea for me to bring this up?
No, I think it's a brilliant idea. I think more people need to
I'm finding that people are on broadcast all the time. I ran into some people this week and I just gave them a damn good listening to. And it went on and on and on and they didn't draw breath. And I thought, why am I doing this? Am I some sort of counsellor? And I think I am. I think to a lot of people I am. And how do I feel about that? Anyway, pet peeve is broadcast.
People who talk without asking questions.
Much. People who don't ask questions. People who don't use punctuation in a sentence.
People who like the sound of their own voice a little bit too much.
And
talk at you. That's a phrase you use a lot. That this person's just talked at me for the last 2 hours. Yeah,
I feel like I've just had a facial sometimes talking to some people. And it's one of those things where... It's a good job I'm so fucking perfect, isn't it? You know, I do come with, as you probably heard from early part of this podcast, that I do come with my own complications. But if we're talking about pet peeves, it's people who do not listen.
Yeah.
It's people who do not ask questions.
I hate that too. I think it's made, and the more it happens to you, the more conscious I think I am of it in my day-to-day life. Because being a northerner, I can talk. I'm quite gobby, and I can talk. And I kind of think, God, have I done that with people? Have I just gone off and so it definitely makes me more aware of when I go off and go, and then I can kind of have to check myself because I can talk.
But you're good on mic. You're very good on mic and camera.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
Apart from when you fall out of a window.
Do you want to know what my pet peeve
Go on
is?
then.
Stickers on the bottom of shoes. I fucking hate that.
What's that?
You know when people buy a new pair of shoes and they don't take the sticker off the sole?
No, I never buy a new pair of shoes.
Well, yeah, of course. I've
still got stick shoes from when I was at school.
Stop it. But I'm particularly women with... like heels.
Yeah.
And they're...
so you can see them on the bottom.
Yeah, and I see it at weddings.
Maybe they're designer stickers.
No. Any sticker. And also, if you're buying designer shoes, they don't put stickers on the soles of Louboutins, darling.
So you wouldn't see... so if you see a pair of Jimmy Choos and you see a sticker on the bottom, that makes you want to go and...
Well, again, I don't think they put... I have got a pair of Jimmy Choos and I don't think I had a sticker on the bottom of my Jimmy Choos. But generally, why? Why would you spend all this money
and not
getting
take
dressed
them off?
up, lovely outfit, and you've just ruined it?
The devil's in the detail.
The devil is in the detail. Pet peeve is stickers on the bottom of shoes.
Well, it just shows you what different people we are. You're a very visual person. I'm a very sound oral person, oratory person. I don't know what that
I'm
derivation
trying to think
is.
if I've got any other pet peeves. Have I got any? I'm sure I've got loads, but the one that I really hate is the and loops.
Yeah.
Loops on clothes.
Yeah.
Showing. Bra straps showing. Yeah, things like that really irritate me.
That's the fashion thing very often, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
that is.
The shoe thing.
Look at my brassiere.
Yeah.
I know how they feel. I do that all the time.
Yeah. You love wear a bra, don't you?
Oh yeah. So is that us?
I think that's us.
Is that the end of it?
I think we're done for another day.
So what did you need to say anything to
I'd like to say thank you for joining us again on North and South Mind Your Mouth, and please like and subscribe. Stop it.
And I'm going on the road for 6 weeks, so I'm going to go and get ready. Might try and get another one done, but
can we record 2 in a day?
Let's see.
If we're back in the same outfits next podcast, you'll know that we've recorded 2 episodes in a day, because Nick is about to go away for 6 weeks. So we've got to try. We've got to try and give the people what they want.
We've got a lot of things to talk about we haven't talked about yet, actually.
We have.
Yeah, right. Go
Let's
away.
try and
Bye.
do
Love you.
okay.
Fuck off.
Bye.